One last thing before I call it a night. Um, I had opened my New York Times letter this morning, and the headline was exactly what I expected after I read their poll saying that Trump was leading Kamala Harris by 1% nationally through their Siena poll. A poll shit. I've seen the way they conducted it and some of the questions they asked. But the headline in the New York Times was, what was it? Yes, election is now deadlocked. We get to the last, is now deadlocked. So the New York Times is basically saying that Donald Trump, from everything he's done since Kamala Harris became the nominee, even before that, when she took the reins in July, from his constant lying, his cognitive losing his mind, his economic plan, which is just tariffs, which don't mean are just he thinks that he's going to get countries to pay us to import their goods. It's insane. The Arlington incident, him saying that kids who go to school come back different sexes because they do transgender, they do gender changing surgery in schools. The threats of putting everyone in jail whoever opposed him. I mean, the list is freaking endless. And you really think from your little poll you're declaring the race a deadlock going into the debate? No one's buying it. Dan Rather had his little thing, don't panic. Dude, no, it should be New York Times, shut up. The mass media is our enemy at this time. I'm not talking like Trump says that the media is our enemy. He's playing them for fools, and they know it. I mean that, again, as I've said in several statements, the media should be reporting on this election, not trying to influence it. And we're going to see that tomorrow night in the debate. Kamala Harris will win that debate. But look for the questions to be extremely, extremely pointed for her, and softball questions for Trump. But it won't matter because Trump is a mental case. I don't know what their plan is to get at Kamala Harris. I mean, Trump's already said, it's already unfair. He's already on that road. He even went to, she's going to have to use a box to stand on the podium. I'm not listening to mass media. We shouldn't listen to the mass media. We all know the eye on the prize. As Mike and I said the other night, there's one thing to do at this point. One thing to worry about is getting to November 5th and voting for Kamala Harris and a blue Congress. Remember, without a blue Congress, her becoming president becomes useless. I'm going to frighten you now before you go to bed. Mitch McConnell as majority Senate leader again. Sorry, didn't mean to do that to you. But see, that's our number one goal right now. Fuck the polls, fuck them. Even fuck the election interference. They've been filing suits left and right. Mark Elias is on top of that. That's still not going to make a point. Will it be a landslide? No. Will it be an electoral ass kicking? Yes. To the point that they can't deny it. They're going to fight it to the bitter end. And in the end, and I agree again with Mike when I was concerned about the sentencing. Once Trump loses and he's standing in court against Judge Marchand, and he knows there's no election, Trump's going to jail. I hope they send him to Rikers. Really. Rikers. Please. So that's the one thing we get to look forward to. We know what to do We know the assignment. And no fucking poll from a newspaper that used to be the pinnacle of journalistic integrity and journalistic excellence, now just a conservative rag run by a conservative man who wants Trump because he thinks it's going to benefit him, is going to stop us. We're not going back. And when we fight, we win. And we will. So enjoy the debate. It's going to be a doozy.